Hi everyone, this is Celeste Amaya. I am an integrative physician and welcome to another episode of Physician Healer. I just wanted to spend a few minutes today talking to you guys a little bit about how do we reach peace of mind, how do we have more joy in our life, how do we incorporate more love. And spiritual philosopher Eckhart Tolle talks about love, peace, joy, as states of being, meaning there is nothing to chase, there's nothing to get. They're basically feelings that are already here within us that we have to just open up, listen to the present moment, listen to the space, and allow ourselves to really hear those states of being come through. Happiness, he says, is not the same as joy. Happiness depends on, because it's an emotion, happiness depends on, it's a result. There is an outcome. When the outcome happens, when there's a result, then I will be happy. And so happiness is really fleeting, it's transient, it's a feeling of intense emotion, it's a positive emotion, however, it does tend to die down, whereas joy is always within us. Joy is more of like a happiness, a sense of happiness, but it's more subtle, it's more consistent and more permanent, it's always here. And some of the things that I find when I talk to patients it's very difficult to achieve is a sense of peace. I have no peace of mind. I typically hear my pain is really getting to me, my other forms of discomfort, the fact that I'm worried about an outcome of a test that has me just going insane. I just don't know how I can sleep at night. And what I offer to them at first, which could be a little bit shocking and a bit of a turnoff, unintentional, but then I explain, is that first find peace with what is going on now. Accept and honor, embrace, if you will, what is going on. So let's say my knee hurts. Accept the fact that the knee hurts and it's hurting right now. But more importantly, if you accept something at this moment, which sounds totally bizarre at first until you really kind of think about it and kind of let it absorb, when you accept something by not resisting, you're not allowing whatever it is that bothers you to persist. Because remember, resistance is persistence, okay? And I know in the beginning it's something that's really difficult to digest. A lot of times I get the eye rolls like, well, it's easy for you to say you're not experiencing this. You know, if only this wasn't going on, I would be happy. If only this wasn't going on, I would be peaceful. And what I offer to them is, right now as it stands, you're coming to me, you're having this problem. It's not going to go away, even if you say, I have this problem. It's really hurting. Or I have this worry. It's really worrying me. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're not changing, that bothers you, it's not changing anytime soon. Even if a medication was there, or even if there was a type of procedure or a method that was available, that takes time. Nothing is ever immediate. So, because the worst case scenario is if you try to accept, if you try to embrace and honor what is going on right now, you have nothing to lose. It's not as if you say, okay, my knee hurts, I accept you, and that's why it's okay for the knee to continue hurting. It's not like that at all. That's actually not how the brain works. The brain is kind of funky in that way. So what I offer you is, we're going to talk very simply. I have a test coming up and I'm really worried about that because a previous test was abnormal. Then what you have to remember is there are two case scenarios. The end result could be, oh my gosh, it turns out to be something serious and I've got to do something about it. I've got to do something more and follow through. Or the second option is, well, hey, the second test came back normal. It came back benign. I guess I don't have to worry about it anymore. But wouldn't it be so much better for the body if up until the time you actually had the follow-up procedure or the follow-up test to not worry about it until then? Because there could be different outcomes. You don't know. But what I do know is that when there's a lot of worry, it puts the body into fight or flight. It puts the body into a sympathetic, hyperactive stress response. And when inflammation goes up, there's a higher likelihood of disease processes. So we really don't want that. So what I wanted to say was a couple of main things, tools, if you will. If something is worrying you and something is giving you anything other than peace of mind, just see if you can maybe look into it. Why am I worried? Why am I feeling so bothered? Why am I feeling so worried? Why is there fear? Oh, I'm worried about blah, 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 blah. I'm worried about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just say, okay, well, what exactly am I worried about? Am I worried about the outcome? Has that outcome come yet? No. More importantly, go inward. What's true? Ask yourself questions that you get truthful answers to. Very simply. Am I breathing? Well, let me see. Yes, I am. Ask yourself, is my heart beating? Yes, it is. Then ask yourself, am I alive? This moment, am I alive? Yes, yes I am. Now ask yourself the fourth question, am I grateful to be alive? Because otherwise, why are you so worried? Am I grateful because I'm alive right now, this moment? Not tomorrow, not yesterday, right now. Am I alive and am I grateful? Yes. The fifth question, am I grateful for everything and nothing at all? Now, the nothing at all is interesting. It doesn't mean that you're not grateful for your existence. In fact, it is the opposite. I am grateful for everything, and I'm also grateful for just being here, just existing, no identity, no condition, just the fact that right here, right now, I'm breathing, I exist. If you could just close your eyes and allow yourself to come inward for just a moment, you'll see what I'm talking about. Close your eyes just for a few minutes and kind of go with this with me. As I close my eyes, I'm going to turn my attention inward. I feel my breath. I feel my heartbeat. I'm here. I am grateful because I'm alive. I am grateful for everything. I'm grateful for just being, just existing, just because I'm here, I'm breathing, I can feel my breath, and my heart is beating. Now take a very slow, deep breath through your nose. Take about 5 to 7 seconds and track that breath all the way down to the belly, real slow. And when you can't inhale anymore, sigh it out into the exhale through your mouth. Take about 5 to 7 seconds. Let it come on out slowly. Breathe in again, very slowly. Let it out. Now open your eyes gently. Feel the inside. Concentrate and focus what's inside. What is your body telling you? Do you feel just a little bit more relaxed and a little bit off the edge? This is still the same you. The same situation, the same circumstances are in existence right now, as it were, just a minute ago. But if you're feeling just a little bit more relaxed, then know this, that everything is here between the ears. It's our mental chatter. It's our egoic mind. It's like a roommate or a friend that just can't stop talking. And you have to remember these thoughts that are in there, the thoughts are not yours. They're things that are coming through. It's like a process, and whatever there is, it's really on its way out. And you have to just let it flow out. Kyle Cease, author, speaker, says something very interesting. He says, if something belongs to you, which are not your thoughts, something that belongs to you stays, like your arm belongs to you. Your thoughts come and go. Things that come and go don't belong to you. So you just have to remember that. So the thing to deal with something that's problematic in your mind, something that really bothers you, really disturbs you, something that you find fear with, you're worried about, You don't know the outcome, and you're not going to know until that future thing that happens becomes the present time. When it comes, when it's that time, and you find out the results. It doesn't come. So between now and then, try to bring yourself the best you can. No judgment, just the best you can. Bring yourself to here and now, because there are no worries if you maintain yourself in the present moment. Remember, feel the breath, feel the heartbeat, bring your attention to what is real, what is true. Thirdly, ask yourself, am I alive? Are you grateful? Are you grateful for everything and grateful for nothing at all? Because remember, one of the things that I try to remind everybody is that the universe never asks, for what reason are you grateful? It just feels the gratitude that comes, that emanates from us as a frequency, if you will, as an energy, if you will. We're electric, we're magnetic. Whatever energy that's out there, you can actually feel it when someone's grateful versus when someone is confused or angry. The emotion causes the energy to be felt palpable on the outside. So when you're feeling a certain amount, a level of gratitude, it can be felt. And so what it is that it's said that if the universe can feel a lot of gratitude energy come out, the universe will give us more to be grateful for. So if you're looking for a better outcome the following week or in 2 weeks, whenever you get the confirmatory test or some result you're expecting is going to come through and it's going to determine whether yes, you should worry or no, you shouldn't, when that time comes, you'll know. But until then, it serves you better to just say, okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. I do hope for the best, but at this very moment, since I'm worried about, whether or not I'm going to get sick or I'm going to, something else happening, some worst case scenario, but right here, right now, let's not waste that time worrying. Come back to this moment and ask yourself the breath, the heartbeat, the gratitude of being alive, and the gratitude of just being and breathing and just existing. Being grateful for nothing at all, nothing specific. And then close your eyes, take a few slow, deep breaths in, a few deep breaths out, and then just open your eyes and just let yourself relax into just this space. And if you can do this sometimes, several times during the day, it will actually bring down the stress response and allow the body to have some peace. And so the cortisol levels come down, your inflammatory response comes down. You have a better chance that that next test, it's going to be negative, or what is to follow with your health becomes better. Okay, so it doesn't follow through and become a full-blown, disease, something you were worried about in the first place. So that said, what we're going to do is go through all of the points again. And again, there are many, many other points. I've actually incorporated sometimes full-length meridians, but for all intents and purposes, for now, I'm going to go through the 7 main points that I find that my patients do very well on, and they find it really easy to learn and to remember. So again, their first point, number 1, you can try it as far as the blade is concerned. This is the karate chop, judo chop. This is the blade of the hand on both sides. This is how you would do it. This is the meridian tapping, because this is a meridian endpoint. Remember that acupuncturists use needles, and they use it on all of I call them rivers of meridian, because the rivers come together and they form lakes, which is the endpoints. So this is number 1. This is the first lake or endpoint. Chest, again, collarbone, the little dip here, your breastbone. This whole area here is almost triangular. So basically you can do a circular motion, but it's here. 3, brow. So right in here, here's where the eyebrow starts. Here's your forehead right here. Corner of the eye. Remember that it's bone, not the soft area. Corner of the eye. Cheek or under the eye, again, bone. Not your eyeball, not the cheeks, not the fleshy cheeks, the bone right in here. Use these fingers, anything you feel comfortable in doing, right in here. The next point will be under the nose, the mustache point, which is above the lip, right here or here. You can switch off. Under the lower lip, the soul patch, where the guys grow their soul patch, right in here, the dip. Go here. Top of the head, which is right here, not the forehead, not the very back, right in this square area here. So you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, go all the way around in a circle, go back and forth, side to side. And then finally you have the side point, which is the rib cage under the arm. So the arm is raised this way. What I've taught before in previous videos is to go across, rest the hand on the shoulder, come around this way. This arm is free to go around like you're hugging yourself. And then again, the other side, exactly the same. The arm reaches under like you're hugging yourself, and just gently do repetitive pressure or tapping right at this area here. You don't have to use all 7 points at one time. You can just pick one, you can just pick two. It's really, really easy. People have asked me, do you normally just do more of the face? Do you just do more of the body? Do you just do more of the hand, top of the head? And I just tell them, it's very interesting. Your body knows what you feel comfortable with. So there are some days I don't feel comfortable using the points on my face. There are days that I feel comfortable just using the chest, or just sticking to my hand and chest, hand and brow points. It really depends on the sitting, the time. There's no rhyme or reason, but I always tell people, listen to your body, listen to what your body is telling you, and if it tells you don't go here, don't go there, there's a reason. And what this method does is that it also keeps us in tune with our mind and our body. It lets us know what's really going on internally. So we start to, in essence, empower ourselves to sort of listen to messages, listen to information coming from within versus listening for information about us from the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now and just go through a period of relaxation, and then I'm going to go into a brief moment of sitting just to allow you guys a feel for what sitting in meditation is like. And again, this is very simple meditation. It is nothing glamorous. It is not a certain type. Basically, the idea of meditation is that you're allowing time for the body to sit still. You're allowing time for the stillness so that the mind doesn't have a job. The mind can just focus on, okay, I'm going to open the doors. I'm going to take the trash out. I'm going to just allow everything that no longer serves us to just leave the mind. And when that happens, the mind is sort of like a room. The mind is like filled with boxes and things that you don't really watch anymore, things that you don't need anymore, and it's time for them to go to the dumpster. And it's so packed that you can't receive more packages and more boxes or what have you. And so therein lies the frustration. So you can look at this as an analogy of a room packed with boxes and garbage and trash, things that you haven't looked at in a long time. And it's time to kind of move that out of the way and make room for new things to come through, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and invite all of you to just close your eyes real gently, and just start taking a few deep breaths in. You can breathe in through your nose or breathe in through pursed lips where the mouth is just slightly closed to allow to be able to slow the pace of the breath in, slow the rate of the breath coming out. So I'm going to go ahead and have you close your eyes. Take a slow deep breath in through your nose or through pursed lips. And let it out through a sigh. Again. And let it out. And again, when you track that breath through the nose or through your mouth, you're trying to follow that breath into the belly. You're trying to focus on allowing the belly to expand. And then as you exhale, allowing the belly to contract and move towards the spine. The slowness of the breath in, the slowness of the breath out allows the body to go into a very relaxed state. The fight or flight is removed, and it signals to brain that everything is safe, that you're in a safe environment. When that happens, the brain then pulls back the cortisol, tells the body, I get you, I hear you, I know that we're in a safe place. We're just going to go ahead and chill over here. And then so what happens during that time is that your blood pressure comes down, your heart rate comes down, and all of a sudden you're not, sweating anymore, you're no longer worried. And there is this positive feedback, like a loop that goes on between the mind and the body as the mind communicates with the body and the body communicates back to the mind, okay? So last time, take another deep breath in and let it out. We will begin now on the blade of the hand and just gently tap here. Today I release all burdens at this moment. I release all things that feel heavy to me. I release burdens that I've carried for a long time, burdens that were never meant for me to carry, and yet I did. I take this time right now and put all of the stuff that is heavy into large bags, and I'm just going to set the bags down. I'm going to set the luggage down and just kind of picture myself walking forward now, feeling a sense of lightness, feeling that my body just flows forward. Switch the tapping point to the chest and begin tapping here gently. As my body begins to allow for the rest, as my body begins to let go, I expand my heart space and allow the energy within my chest, the warmth that I feel, to flow through my body, allowing my body to heal, allowing my body to restore into a balanced state. As my body restores itself to a balanced state, I release all frustrations, I release all sadness, I release all worries, I release all fears, I release expectations and judgments, I release labels, emotions, and reactions. I realize and I am reminded that these are merely illusions of the mind, that they are not real in this moment, in the present time. I'm going to switch to the corner of the eye at the bony area and begin gently tapping here. As I release all that is heavy and all the things that no longer serve me, I allow the doors and the windows of my mind to open widely and begin to release thoughts that no longer serve me, thoughts that are heavy, thoughts that are filled with burdens. I let you go freely. I have learned the lessons and I thank you. I am grateful. Go ahead and tap under the eye gently here. As I breathe into the space of the present time, I am fully aware that I am grateful for my breath. I am grateful for the heartbeat. I am grateful for being alive. Go ahead and switch the tapping point to under the nose. Gently tap here. As I remember all that I'm grateful for, I remember that the universe does not ask for what reason am I grateful. I'm grateful for just being alive, grateful for everything, and finally grateful for nothing at all. Switch the tapping point to under the lower lip and begin tapping here gently. As I breathe into the present moment, I am aware that whatever I'm doing, wherever I am, it is said that I am exactly where I need to be. I am also aware that whatever happened, happened, or it wouldn't have happened. Things are how they are, and things become how they will become. And I know that none of that would ever have anything to do with me, for I have no control over what is. However, I do have control over my gratitude and my appreciation for what is now, for being alive right now, for breathing right now, for my heartbeat right now. I will now switch the tapping point to under the arm. I'm going to rest here. You will see my hand gently come around this way. I give love to myself. I will allow joy, peace, and light flow through me. Allow that to be felt. Allow me to remember those have always been with me. There is nothing to chase. My job is to simply open up and let them through. I will now switch to the other side where you just switch over, the arm coming around this way. Once again, as I breathe into the space of the present time, I am made aware that I am here and now. There's no past, there's no future. There's always and will always be just this moment, now. And I am alive and breathing right now. I remember. I will now switch the tapping point to the top of the head and just gently tap here. Again, as I breathe into the present time, breathe into the space of the now, I am aware that I am the joy, I am the light, I am the peace and the love that I am always chasing to get. I remember there is nothing to get, but everything is to let. I'm going to allow myself to feel the peace, the love, and the joy that are already within me, and let that be felt and let that be known. I'm now going to switch the tapping point back to the chest and begin tapping here gently. As I breathe into the present time, breathe into the space, I release all that is heavy, all that lingers within me. I release the burdens of my worries. I release the burdens of my fear. I take a moment now to go inward. All that I'm grateful for, if for nothing else, I know that I'm alive right this moment. I am breathing right this moment. My heart is beating right at this moment. I can feel myself take a breath. I can feel myself take a breath. I can feel myself take a breath. Allow yourself to gently tap this area just for a few more seconds. Rest your hands down on your lap, keeping your eyes closed for just a moment longer. And now I'm going to take you to a few minutes of just sitting quietly and gently guiding you through. Remember, try to, after this session ends, I offer you and invite you to sit, maybe set a timer, sit for 20, 30 minutes longer if you can. But remember that the key is to sit for eventually an hour or more. And you can do that once or twice a day. The reason for the hour is that usually between 35 and 50 minutes, that's when the mind actually stops purging. The mind closes the doors for a few moments and it rests. But between time 0 and 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, the doors are open because the body is still and not really moving. That's when the mind begins to remove all the trash, and you have to allow that. Remember, your job is to do nothing. You're not here to clear the mind. You're not here to bring your mind back to the present time. Your job is to remain still as a passive observer. You are only to watch. As Kyle Cease always says, you are like the sky, and the thoughts are like clouds. The sky does not interfere with the clouds flowing by. The sky just simply watches. So your job is to simply be and just allow. So continue to take gentle, quiet breaths. Just breathe through your nose, in and out, whatever's comfortable for you. You might actually see images. There might be some mental chatter going on. You might be thinking about what to get to eat later. Maybe a list of things to do. Remember, those are merely thoughts and images that do not belong to you. Let them pass. You can get curious. Look at them. Don't interfere. There might be things you're worried about. Let it go. You're here and we're here. It's all right. For some of you, perhaps, it actually might be very peaceful upstairs. That's okay too. The mind might take turns, talking for one moment, showing you pictures from the past, from the future, and then all of a sudden it takes a nap and then wakes up again. That's okay too. Just observe and get curious. I'm going to give you just another minute or two of silence just to see what comes through. For those of you who feel the body is getting a little bit antsy, don't move. That's just your mental chatter telling you it's enough. Push through that and just keep sitting. I'm going to have all of you now take another slow, deep breath in through your nose or through pursed lips. Take about 5 to 7 seconds. Remember to track that breath all the way down to the belly. And release. Again. Release. When you're ready, open your eyes very slowly, very gently, and just stare for a little bit in front of you. It's just letting your body settle down. It's letting your mind settle down. It's letting the connection between the mind and the body come through, disconnect gently. Well, I wanted to thank you all. That was relaxing for me too. So anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me. I really hope that these have been helpful for all of you. If there are any comments, or you found something meaningful, or you've actually found another way of doing certain things, I would really love to hear it. I just love to share everyone's new ideas and so on. So please do share. Comment below what you liked about this, what has helped you. Refer a friend, click the like button, again, share it, comment, subscribe, help me out so I could make more of these each week for all of you, if it's something that's helping you. If there's something you want to see, you have other questions, please feel free to put it in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer them and provide you with the content that helps you. Again, these are just things that come up with me day to day, week to week. These are things that I'm sharing from my own personal experience and my conversations with people. And so again, remember to click the bell so you will get the alerts when the new episodes come. And don't forget to check out my blog. I have a free newsletter subscription. It is on the platform substack.com, and that's substack.com. Under the platform substack.com, I write the same name, Physician Healer. Again, it is based on just my personal stories, my journey in life, how I became an integrative physician, how I worked in healing and energy medicine to help my patients, help them merge the traditional Western with the Eastern philosophies, and allowing them to thrive and to just do better in life and in health. So enjoy your week. Much love and gratitude to all of you. And until next time, anyway, bye-bye. And thank you so much again for watching. I'm Dr. Celeste Amaya, and it's good to see you all. Bye-bye.